Have you ever felt like a shadow in your own life, standing in a crowded room but feeling completely invisible? There's a quiet truth hidden in that feeling. You will be seen, but only when you see yourself first. It's not about waiting for the world to finally notice you. It's about turning your own gaze inward, because that's where true recognition begins. This ache isn't just loneliness. It's a deep disconnection from yourself, a kind of psychological veil that keeps others at a distance while you wander unseen. But here's the powerful secret. The moment you truly see yourself, the world starts to see you too. So many people chase external validation, thinking if someone else would just acknowledge their worth, everything would change. But that's an illusion. The psychology is clear. How we see ourselves directly shapes how others perceive us. If you believe you're unworthy or invisible, you'll act in ways that reinforce it, averting your eyes, speaking in a muted voice, pulling your energy back. It becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. This isn't because you're flawed. It's because our brains are wired to create a feedback loop. You project what you believe, and the world echoes it right back to you. But this isn't your destiny. It's just a pattern, and any pattern can be rewritten. Often, this feeling of invisibility starts in childhood. Maybe your thoughts were dismissed, or your big emotions were labeled as too much. Over time, you learned to dim your own light to fit in, convincing yourself that being seen was the same as being judged. Psychologists call this internalized invisibility. Your mind, trying to protect you from more pain, builds walls. But those same walls that shield you also block out the light of genuine connection. You're not actually hard to see. You've just hidden parts of yourself so well that even you've forgotten they're there. And here's the paradox. The more you desperately want to be seen, the more you might hide. You crave understanding, but you're terrified of the vulnerability it takes to get there. This internal conflict puts your brain on high alert. A simple glance can feel like intense scrutiny, and a moment of silence can feel like rejection. This hypervigilance often comes from early unmet needs that taught you that being visible is risky. So you retreat, making your story smaller and safer. But in doing so, you lose touch with the vibrant, amazing person you truly are. This self-invisibility deeply affects your relationships. When you don't see yourself clearly, you tend to attract people who mirror your own doubts, people who overlook you because you've already overlooked yourself. It's not intentional. It's a matter of resonance. Your energy sends a signal that says, "I'm not fully here," and others unconsciously respond to that. It's a cycle of fleeting connections that leaves you feeling even more unseen, reinforcing that old belief that you're not worth noticing. But what if you shifted your gaze? What if seeing yourself first meant gently peeling back all those layers of doubt? It starts with small moments of honest reflection. Look in the mirror, not with criticism, but with curiosity. Acknowledge the strengths you've buried, the quiet empathy that lets you notice what others miss, the resilience you built in solitude, the depth that makes your presence so profound. Neuroscience shows that practices like self-compassion actually rewire the brain, quieting your inner critic and boosting your self-regard. You start to realize your worth isn't something you have to earn from others. It's already inside you, waiting for your own recognition. This isn't about being narcissistic. It's about reclaiming yourself. When you start affirming your own value, you naturally stop settling for superficial connections. Your energy shifts from guarded and closed off to open and radiant. You begin to attract people who appreciate your authenticity. The self-fulfilling prophecy starts working in your favor. A positive self-perception invites positive interactions, breaking that old cycle of isolation. The paradox is solved. You become visible to others by first becoming visible to yourself. Now, this journey isn't always easy. It can be painful to grieve the years you spent erasing yourself, and old doubts might whisper, "Who are you to shine?" But that's just the old script talking. You can rewrite it. You'll start to notice the changes. Conversations will flow more easily, your connections will feel deeper, and the world will finally begin to see the incredible you that's been there all along. There's a special kind of beauty in this transformation. People who have felt unseen often develop an extraordinary capacity for empathy. They see others so clearly because they've finally learned to see themselves. Your depth becomes your greatest gift, drawing in people who value authenticity over appearances. And in those moments of true, mutual recognition, the ache of invisibility finally fades, replaced by the warmth of being truly known. So, if you're standing in the shadows right now, waiting to be seen, please remember this: the light you're looking for starts within. You will be seen when you see yourself first, not as flawed or forgotten, but as whole, worthy, and ready to unfold. Your story doesn't end in silence. It begins the moment you decide to claim it. Reach inward, and the world will reach back. Thank you for watching. If this resonated with you, stay tuned for more insights ahead.